Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make a worm gear and worm set um, on Onshape. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to make a cylinder. Okay, so I'm just going to put a sketch on this front plane. I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to make mine 0.375, 3/8. I wouldn't really go any smaller than that because if you're going to 3D print it, for whatever reason, it doesn't come out. And then go ahead and extrude that. And you can extrude it an inch if you want. It doesn't matter which direction, but go ahead and make that. And then we're going to put some threads on that. So we're going to go up here to our custom features. And hopefully you've already got the thread creator. If not, you want to go to add custom features and add it. But you want to put the threads on there. You want to choose this. It's a 3/8 8 now. We want it to be a 3/8 10. So we're going to make this 0.1. Make the pitch 0.1. That should make it a 3/8 10. Fully threaded. Okay, so you can see the teeth on there. So, and check, go ahead and green check mark that. Now at this point, this is pretty much the worm. All you need to do is maybe put a hole in it for the motor, or and maybe another connection so that it doesn't fall out. But we want to basically split this in half so that we can get the teeth, so that we can then make the worm gear. Okay, so to do that, we're going to use our split tool. Okay, which is right here called split. We're going to click that. Parts or surfaces to split. Well, we're just going to choose this dude right here. Entity to split with. I'm going to choose the right plane. And then I'm going to green check mark it, and I have two. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to the left-hand side. I want to go down here to the bottom. And I'm going to hide part one. I'm just going to click on the eye so it goes away. I'm then going to put a sketch on that. Okay. And all we need to do here is we basically just need one tooth. Okay. And maybe a valley. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to project, use or project. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to choose the lines that make up the valley. And then one full tooth. Okay. And green check mark that. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right click, copy sketch. All right. I'm then going to add a new part studio. Put a sketch on here on the right plane. I'm going to draw a 1-inch circle. It doesn't have to be 1 inch, but you can make it bigger if you want. It just bigger you make it, the more teeth you're going to need around it, and so on and so forth. I'm then going to paste my sketch entity. Okay. And then what I did is I actually moved this center point just so that everything's centered. I'm going to put a point there. I'm going to transform, move this, and I'm going to put that point right there in the middle. And then I'm going to move this to the middle of my gear. Okay. But you kind of want to move it like that so that these are dipping down. Okay. Click it into place. So there's my tooth. Okay. Probably trim off that part so that we have a full tooth there to extrude. Okay. And then at this point, I'm going to extrude this gear about the width of my worm gear, so 0.375. Okay. You can do a quarter if you wanted. Okay. Make the sketch visible again. So I click on the eye over here, and then I will also extrude the one singular tooth, same amount. And then I'm going to do oh, I'm sorry, when I extrude that, I want to make sure I extrude it as a new part so that I can do a circular pattern. So I'll go here, circular pattern. I'll choose this as my entity to pattern. I'll choose this as my axis. And then basically you want to go in here and get this thing so that the teeth kind of line up with this a little bit. So I'll try like 32. So 32 is not too bad. That's pretty close to what I need. Okay, you could maybe do 33. That gets a little closer. Okay. But so you want the teeth around it. So now if your gear ratio, let's say you need a 15 teeth around this, well, obviously this is too big. I could do a 1/2 inch and probably get my 15 teeth. All right. But so I make that. Okay. If you want to edit it, I would edit it now. But then the next step is you're going to come out here, take part 1, scroll all the way down to part 34, hold shift and click on part 34 so it selects everything. And then you're going to do a Boolean union so it puts everything together into one part. And so therefore you have that one gear. Then the last thing I like to do is make sure that's whole again, but I want to bring in an assembly and I want to insert both parts okay, so I want to insert both parts and I basically just want to kind of put this down underneath it to see how how they're going to interact with each other. So you can see right here, this will do pretty good. Okay, so you can see right there, those are in the valleys pretty good. So we should have a pretty decent worm gear set there. Okay, and then obviously you can center this up a little bit more if you need to. Okay, but should have a um, pretty good mesh there on those two. So, but that's how you make a worm gear set. So if you have any questions, ask your instructor. Thank you.